So when you do find your distribution for this, you'll try to stick with them for future projects, I would imagine.
Yeah, well...
Does it work that way?
Yeah, sometimes...
Developed a relationship then.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky, like, you know, there's this director, I don't recall his name right now, but there was this movie, Napoleon Dynamite. And so they made that movie, and then they got I believe it's a 3-picture or 5-picture deal with Paramount Pictures, because the movie did make certain amount of money in the box office. So it's, you know, and it's funny, and you know, there's a lot of audience.
They were latching on to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's many ways, you know. Robert Rodriguez was making a mariachi for next to nothing. I believe was the first budget for a mariachi was I don't know, $6,000 or something like that, and then it was a remake with.
Because he does everything. He doesn't have to hire anybody else to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
He saves a lot of money that way.
Yeah, very smart guy. Yeah. I really respect his work, and so you know, there's many ways. You know, there's many ways to get into the industry. It's not, you know, it's not easy. That's why, you know, it's like a filter. You know, so many people with filmmaker dreams, and then very little actually get into the.
Well, that's kind of about my next question too. I was going to ask you, what is your opinion of other young Hollywood directors, and are they your mentor or friend, or do you find them to be cutthroat and backstabbing?
No, you know, I really respect people in this business.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's so hard to make a film. It's so hard to get some exposure for it. It's so hard to get distribution for it, that any film out there, even if it looks bad for some people, it's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, I agree.
So I really respect anyone in the business. And I have a few friends. Eric Gutnoff, who was my DP in this film, and he's a very talented man and very smart, and I learned a lot from him. And I also learned a lot from a close friend and my editor, Ricardo Valdez. He's a very talented kid and an immigrant like me, and very talented. And I learned a lot from them. But you learn the most from the bad guys.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, in this business, you know, the mean people, you know, the bad guys, the people with an attitude,
now we're getting to the good part.
Yeah.
Okay.
You learn a lot from those guys, because in reality, filmmaking is about life, and the more, you know, the closer the film is to reality, the better, you know, is. So that's the difference, I guess, between soap operas and film. You know, that we're closer to reality. You can see the human condition and the expressions and the pain, or, you know, it's going deeper into the human.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you do that, you get to know so many characters that are, you know, even good to make more films, to write about them, but you learned a lot from pain. You learned a lot from rejection. You learned a lot from frustration, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, because from good things, you only learn to laugh and enjoy.
True.
But from bad things, you really learn.
The growth comes from the pain.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Very good. All right. I hear it's a necessary evil to network in this town. So do you find that you indulge in the whole Hollywood scene, or do you more or less try to avoid it?
You know, I began my career as by chance, you know, because someday, you know, photography took me to making videos and documentaries, and it was
just
kind
all
of a
falling
process.
into place for you.
Yeah, but I'm not into the Hollywood scene myself. I'm a family man.
I figured you're a family man.
Yeah, I am. I have 2 kids and a wife, and we spend a lot of time together. And I learned early enough that if you are what you do, then when you don't, you aren't.
Okay, explain that one.
You know, I'm a filmmaker because I love filmmaking.
Okay.
You know, I love writing. My father was a writer, and so I love filmmaking. I love writing, but it's not my life.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Okay.
my life is my life. It's myself.
Right.
My,
This is just something you do.
my
This
loved
is a
ones.
job.
Exactly. It's a hobby,
And a passion,
and I get
and a
paid
passion.
for that. Yeah, and a passion. It is a passion.
It is a passion.
Certainly, because it's the only way to make it, to make it happen.
Right.
But the thing is, I'm not what I do. I'm Joaquin Rodriguez. You know, I'm a father. I'm a fun guy.
Other things define you.
Yeah, and then I have this amazing hobby slash job slash passion that feeds my ego and my wallet and my and some part of myself. But when I'm not, making films, I'm cool.
I like that attitude. That's a healthy attitude.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah, it's otherwise you can get lost in this town very easily. Very easily. It's overwhelming. This country is so fantastic. So many opportunities, so many so many wonderful things, so many credits and stuff that you can access, and so you can get lost very, very easily. It's.
Well, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, no,
think.
I'm fine, thank
so.
God.
Which begs my next question. Okay, as a member of the audience, I've always loved the movies about the movies. Movies like Sunset Boulevard, or more recently, maybe The Player by Robert Altman, and so on. Do you see yourself ever involved in this kind of a project, an expose about the industry? And, of course, may I be the leading lady?
Yeah, count on that.
You were counting on that?
Yeah,
I'm
we're
showing my
we're
hand.
always looking for actresses. I would love to be involved in any kind of project.
Yeah. You know what kind of film I mean, though.
Yeah, I do.
The movie about the business.
There's
I
a
love
movie
these
about, it's called The King and His Movie.
Oh.
It's a fantastic Argentinian film about the business. And yes, I do. I would love to get involved in a movie like this. There's so many colors in this business, so many things, so many stories, so many ridiculous things. But it would be very interesting to actually go deep into the system, into the veins of the business, and really bring that into life. It would be great. I would love to get involved.
And you especially, since you seem to have a very healthy attitude concerning the whole Hollywood, I'll use the expression, cesspool.
Yeah.
And it can pull people in, or you can stand by and go, whoo. Right?
Yeah, but this, you have to, when you're going, let me give you this example. If you're going to the jungle to hunt for a lion, let's say you're living in the jungle and you're part of this tribe, and you're going into the jungle to hunt for a lion, then you have to make up yourself and dress yourself for such a task. So when you're in this business, you have to dress and make up yourself for this business. You cannot go out and hunt for the lion, in pink sneakers and miniskirt and a polo shirt. I guess the message is you have to look around, adapt to that, go inside. It's like diving. It's even a better example.
No.
You dress, you put on the proper gear, and then you go inside that different environment, the water, the ocean or the cave. So in Hollywood, it's pretty much the same thing. You dress for Hollywood, you change your attitude for Hollywood, you change your makeup, your appearance, and then you go inside the system and do your thing, and then you go out and you're yourself again. Many actors, many directors are just normal people. Just normal people.
Or abnormal people.
Yeah.
Yeah. One or the other.